I'm Jim Kircher. Is it on your calendar yet for the new year, August 21st, 2017? It's a Monday, and it's a total solar eclipse day. I mean total eclipse, and you don't have to go to some exotic location to see it, unless you think, say, DeSoto, Missouri is exotic. In fact, people from around the world are coming here and to other parts of the central U.S. for a chance to see the sun disappear totally behind the moon. And while most of us don't really have to do much planning for this, others, they've been getting ready for years. They came from around the country this past December to, appropriately, St. Louis's Moonrise Hotel.
So my name is Linda Shore. I'm the Executive Director of the Astronomical Society of the Pacific, and I officially call to order the 128th annual meeting of the Society.
This science education society got its start because of an eclipse in California in 1889. And now it's one of the groups working to bring the science of this summer's eclipse to a new audience, especially young people in underserved neighborhoods.
I'd like you to stand if you are part of the astronomy community that is developing resources and programs for the eclipse. So look around at these people. Excellent, have a seat.
These kinds of meetings have been going on around the country for quite some time because this is a rare event. A total eclipse where the moon completely blocks the sun, turning day into night, does happen somewhere every year, but often over the ocean or sparsely populated land. But this year, on August 21st, the path of the total eclipse passes from Washington State to South Carolina. It's being called the Great American Eclipse. St. Louis will be on the northern edge, its first total eclipse since 1442, by the way. St. Joseph, Columbia, Carbondale, those will be top spots for viewing.
There's an opportunity for everybody to engage with this. And so we're kind of trying to get it so that everybody gets to see this, everybody gets to look at it, but at the same time, if you have an opportunity, getting people to come to the path.
That's University of Missouri astronomer Angela Speck, and the August 21st eclipse is one that she can finally stay right at home to see in Columbia. But she's been spending a lot of time helping others get ready. She's co-chair of the National Total Solar Eclipse Task Force.
So, you know this is coming for centuries, right? They're very predictable, but there is so much that you need to be ready for. So for instance, just the safety aspects of having protection for the eyes. The last time there was an eclipse on the continental US, the material didn't exist and we had to view it indirectly.
Well, I was a kid in '63, I think.
Right.
And built the box.
Exactly.
With the pinhole and really got the message not to look at the sun. Right. Scared to death not to look at the sun. So the message got through.
Right. And in fact, I think when we got to 79, the message was too strong, that people were scared and didn't go outside.
Looking directly at the sun, even a little bit of it can damage the eyes. That hasn't changed. But now they've got these eclipse viewing glasses, which I didn't have when I was a kid, and you can look at the sun with them. In an annular eclipse, the moon is not in a position to be big enough to cover the sun entirely, so you can't look at it with the naked eye. And in August, most of America, including the northern part of the St. Louis area, will only get a partial eclipse. But if you're in the path of the total eclipse, the moon covers the sun completely, and when that happens, you won't see anything until you take your glasses off. And then you can look at the star of the show, the corona.
This thing is always there. It's just that normally with the bright sun, you don't see it. It's too light. It's only a millionth of the brightness of the main part of the sun, so you don't get to see it. And so we're able to watch this, and it is completely safe. Okay?
When the sun begins to emerge, creating the diamond ring effect, put the glasses back on.
Yeah, basically, if you see that, look away. And get your glasses back on.
Is the diamond ring
Keep in mind that the August 21st eclipse date is the start of the school year, maybe the first day of school in some places. So teachers have to start getting ready now, familiarizing themselves with viewing guidelines and with activities and resources. At this session, they were making sort of an eclipse in a box to help students understand the positioning of the moon as it crosses in front of the sun. Is your town right in the path?
Yes. Right.
the
That's
path of
exciting.
totality.
It is very exciting.
Yes.
These three teach in Southern Illinois and are already incorporating the Eclipse into their lessons.
So that's when we decided we could start with a kickoff on the 21st of 16 and then do monthly activities and sort of build the excitement and build their knowledge.
We can start integrating more math and graphing and higher level skills.
Sean Tate came to the conference from New Orleans, which will see a partial eclipse.
A lot of our programs, we try and take what they can learn in the classroom and bring it outside of the classroom in really fun, engaging ways. And so, with the Eclipse, that's a really easy way to do it.
There are other issues all along the Eclipse pathway that have nothing to do with science.
We need to be ready for all these people that are going to come. If we double the population, can we handle all those people? Can we handle the crowds? Can we handle the cars?
Professor Speck has been traveling to some of the small towns that are prime viewing locations and talking to them about how they need to get ready for this event.
And that's something for people planning. If you want porta potties, then you have to be thinking about, where am I getting this?
I hate to bring it up, but it might be a cloudy day.
So this is my absolute fear. So there's going to be clouds somewhere on the path, right? But what you're going to get is people are going to want to get in their cars. They may, let's say they're staying in St. Louis, and from St. Louis you can get on I-70, I-64, I-44, or I-55, and that means that you've got a lot of flexibility. So the traffic's going to get a little hectic.
And there will be cars on the highways, in interstates, when the total eclipse happens. Expect the drivers to pull off and stop, even if they're told not to.
This whole process here takes about 2 hours, but you only get a couple of minutes of darkness. Okay?
While eclipses are predictable, where they can be seen, that's not consistent because of the variations in orbits and angles. So while 2017 might bring St. Louis its first total eclipse in more than 500 years, Carbondale gets another one 7 years later. So hold on to those glasses.